Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at NVDA, AMD, Tesla, and MU. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders looking for a new broker, check out venomtrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Alright, so let's take a look at this. NVIDIA daily chart, 37, almost $38 down. Is it 49 million shares traded? A little bit up after hours and 18.76% down today, guys. We talked about this with the members today. A couple people were asking, hey, do we go long this thing now? Do we buy the dip? And check this out though, guys. So we had a nice little gap fill or a pivot here. It went right to our pivot, and we talked about this yesterday even in our video, and that's where it ended. It came right back down, guys. So this is showing some more weakness. Remember, this was Kramer's darling, for a long time. Now I've been saying it for a long time. This thing's going up way too flippin' fast. This is just getting stupid at this point. Little bit short of 300, lights out since then. So I don't think we're out of the woods yet. We had a lot of volume traded today. I think a lot of people are getting margin calls on this one for sure, because people are buying the dip here, buying the dip here, buying a dip here, and the next thing you know, it dips again. Holy cow, this thing, it's getting nasty on this one. Weekly chart, still saying right here around the 120 area, guys. We hit this pivot. That's the pivot at the 170 area. That's what held it down, and we have some gaps to fill down in here. Big gap to fill too is around 146, guys, 145. So watch that area as well. We get it, coming off a high pivot, and we get a sell like this. That's nasty, guys. We're getting a little bit extended to the downside, so we could see another retrace here. Got to see what the markets do next week. We are going into the Thanksgiving week, short week, half day on Friday. Volume can disappear, and they could possibly float these markets. If the markets catch a bid next week and start to move higher, this can move higher. If this keeps dragging on the market, eventually the market's going to follow this one down. And I'm really surprised that it didn't do it today. This thing was getting hammered today, and the markets were just like, what? NVIDIA? Is that a stock? No, is that? Oh wait, oh yeah, NVIDIA. Oh yeah, it's down. Oh wait, the market's closed. Wow, kind of ignored it. Which the last time we were selling, like back in here, back on these days, it was putting a drag on the markets, guys. And now we get some big hammer days, nothing. So that's something to look for too. But weekly chart, right into that area. We're right into the 618 retrace. I still think it overshoots and comes down into this area. If the markets give it up, guys, we start moving down on the IWM, the SPY, and the Qs and all that. We will be at 120, 115 bucks on this one. 5 weeks, guys, 100 points. Another couple weeks from yesterday's open, or from 207. I mean, it could go another 100. 207 brings us to 108. So, but my target's on the 200 MA on a lot of these stocks on the weekly chart. It's just a matter of time when it hits it. But man, what a beat up! What a beat up on this one. Our members, we bought some puts yesterday, $3, and they were 14 bucks today. So we got paid on our puts. It was nice. We play these as spec plays, 50-50 shot casino plays. It's 1 contract, 10 contracts, whatever you're willing to risk, guys, because these could go to 0 on these plays. Today we got the 50-50 on the right side. We got Amazon, though, and Google on the right side, too. So we took that money we made on those spec plays, and we put it in this trade. Not a big deal. If we lose it, they were 50-50 shots anyways. We got lucky enough to maybe get 6 winners and maybe 1 loser. And then the loser is the Tilray. Actually, 2 losers. No, Facebook might have came back. There was another play. I would have to look. But yeah, we've been doing pretty good on these, guys. Actually, we've been doing really good as all my members. Gap plays every day, all that good stuff. So become a member at StockBookie.com. It's 30 bucks a month, guys. a little pitch in there. All right, let's go to AMD, guys. AMD. So AMD floating around. We got back above the 20. We're still holding it. Came back down today, but actually made a comeback today. Only 83 cents down, but still holding that $20 area. We were 83 cents down, 112 million on the day, 3.86 red. So it was still a little bit down, but it clawed its way back up on the daily and got back up above the 20. That was big. I do hats off to you. AMD, trying to get more people on board. Could we retrace higher? Definitely. Next week, holiday week, like I said, we could float up. I mean, we can have the wild card too, like options X. Next thing you know, we're bombing. Got a lot of political stuff out there, so you kind of have to have one eye on the political stuff and, the other two eyes on this one, So, just one here and there. Watch the, ooh, Trump tweeted. What'd he say? Stuff like that. China trade getting close. Woo, rally's on. So gap fill's going to be big. 50 MA. We have the 618 here at about 24.57. So we got to keep an eye on those. Okay. So, but a little bit bullish base right here. But we're still down in this lower range till we get above this. The pivot high on this red bar and then the 50 MA. I'm just looking for chop. If we chop around in this lower range, we'll probably end up going lower, guys. I don't think the pain's over yet. We got the short-term retrace, got the slam. This was earnings, so that was a 50-50 shot. But they came in, hit the 50 or hit the 200 MA, barely. Kissed the gap fill a little bit lower. I would have liked to seen 1575. Then maybe gave it a shot, but it bounced up, retraced, bounced up again, and here we go again. We made the high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So we got to get above these highs, fill the gap, then maybe some up moves. Again, it's going to be a market trade. IWM, Qs, SPY, DIA, IYT, those all start moving up. This will move up, unless they get some news or something bad like that. But that's what you got to watch for. Everything's a market trade. The indexes go down, guys, it's all going down. I don't care what it is. But the weekly chart on AMD, guys, a little bit different picture. Down a little bit after hours too, but down sideways. This is the big bar right here. We got to get above 25.69. And the 50 MA, or the 20 MA. We're holding the 50 MA though. If we start, again, do we get the short-term retrace, bounce? And does it lead to more selling? That's what it's pretty much doing. Weekly charts, I've been saying. 200 moving average will be the target, and this will curl up. This might be around $10, $11. Next thing you know, this thing's coming in. This is where it's going, guys. First step is in here. This is great support down in here, around $15. If that cracks, though, we're going right to 10. Markets dump. Who knows? Yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. I think we might float into 2019, and then I think it was 2015 to 16, we just started dumping in the beginning of the year. It was like, dang, that was the first rate hike he did. I believe it was either November or December. And everyone was like, oh, nothing's wrong. Holy cow. And right when we hit the first of the year, it was like dump fest. I think 2 weeks of pretty good selling. So not that it's going to happen, but that's something to watch for. If that sells, everything's going lower. That's my point. All right, let's go to Tesla, the cult stock. This thing just ripped up, guys. Just kept going and held. Got a little bit of choppy action. We talked about this. Go back in my videos. We're looking for choppy action. If it chops above the MAs, stays in a strong stance, this could possibly go higher. This thing pulled back right here. We had short calls. We pulled off about a 50% profit on that call. And it went straight back up, so that was the right move. I'm thinking, does it go down one more time? I was like, it's Tesla. You know what? I got my 50% almost. Boom, I'm getting out. Yeah, I think it was maybe 40%. 40 to 50, something like that. And then straight back up, we're in the double top, got back up above the 750, gap fill, so looking pretty strong here, guys. This is the daily close, though. Doesn't matter, I want to see some follow-through, then maybe higher prices. Volume was okay today, a little bit better. Maybe the gigawatt store, their batteries place, or maybe the truck was coming out, or maybe even Elon tweeted today, who knows. He hasn't been tweeting lately, though. But we had a nice move up, Tesla, weekly chart. $5.87 up. It was 1.68 green on the day, and 7.2 million shares traded. So it was okay. Nothing spectacular. Even this week kind of sucked with volume, but they're pushing it up, guys. Slowly but steady, pushing up. But this big red bar, guys, with some pretty good volume, it's got to get more volume than that. This is a pretty big brick wall right here. If it starts going up, it's just a matter of time before this one turns around and goes back down. So watch for this. Still strong stance above the MAs. A little bit stretched, though, from the 20. 20's at 307, remember. So that's something to watch for, too. Monthly, we're going to take, I just want to take, 321. So it's not too extended on the monthly. From the 50, yes. From the 20, no. But a nice push up here. You know what Tesla does. 100-point moves. Up, down, up, down. We might get a little more upside, but that's okay. Let it go up. because eventually it will be coming down. Markets are weak, this should come down, but right now strong stance, 20 MA curling up, nice inside bar retrace pattern. Let's see if we could get higher. If this thing turns around, comes right back in, we are going to come back in pretty good. That's what I'm looking for pattern wise too as well. Let's look at A or MU. So I had some people ask me, some emails, some members, MU, is this the time to do it? And, you know, I see what everyone's looking at, the beatdown name. You know, I had a nice retrace. We shorted here, we shorted there, we shorted here. Great gains on these. Retrace comes in, retrace comes in, retrace comes in, retrace doesn't come in as much. So could this be the bottom? Maybe. We had a pretty good day today on this one, even though it was down, but we still held the 200 or the 20 MA. We still stuck it above the 618, but we could not get back to 750, which is okay. Got back above this gap fill as well. So it's in an okay stance, still a little bit weak being below these MAs, but still okay, holding strong. Got, you know, not well above the 20 MA, but, you know, pushed up a buck 20 or whatever above this MA, so it's holding okay. Volume, though, I wish we would have seen more volume in this area, guys. I mean, it's not bad. We start getting huge volume, and even in here when it pulled back, that's what I really, you know, that's what I'm looking for on this one. Bullish pattern, micro bullish, a little bit choppy, but you're still in this lower range. You know, if we're up here a little bit more, like in this section, but you see what it's doing, guys? Boom. It's got a downtrend going right now. You know, until we start reversing up and start doing our thing, but we got the 200 MA even curling down into price. This one, you know, 47 cents down. It was 1.18% red, and then 25 million shares traded. So, you know, pretty good volume and everything. You know, I mean, not the best, not the worst, right average basically, I would say. Nice, you know, just held it up. Markets were okay today. Not really a beat down. Everything was sort of green. The Qs were a little bit red. But with NVDA, Amazon down, Apple barely up. What's going on here? What was going on? Maybe a little more individual selling in stocks. Market, the indexes, they kind of held up as much as they could because they needed higher prices regardless. You know, for options X. But then individuals were selling the Amazon maybe. You know, who knows? I still think NVIDIA is going to put a drag on this market on Monday, Tuesday. But we'll see. But anyways, MU, guys, it's okay on the daily. Not bad. You know, it could stage a little bit of a short squeeze. If it does, 41.58, 43.60, 43.75, 46.62, and then 50 or the 200 MA right around $50 in gap fill. Gap fill's right around 49.54. So could it make it up there? Sure. It's MU. I mean, this thing could swing, you know. Gosh, every time. Hate that when the volume disappears. But anyways, guys, volume was okay on this one. It's underneath here. And then let's see what it gets on. Oh, it's up here now, actually. Hey, now we got volume up on the top. All right, let's go to the weekly. So weekly chart. This one was okay. I'm going to pull this down for a minute here. So weekly charts, volume was okay this week. Nothing special. Usually, I don't know. It popped up here. I got to figure out how to bring it down there. And then still in the lower range. That's what I'm looking at here, guys. We got the 20 and the 50 curling down. You're not outside this bar. You got to close over this high at 40.70. Because the weekly tells a completely different picture. Down, sideways, down. Now chopping, but it's slightly micro bullish, but in a macro bearish setting. A little bit stretched on the weekly, just like we're stretched to the upside, a little stretched on the downside. See how we get stretched from the 20 on these two areas? See how we're stretched down in here from the 20 in this area? Could it go to here? Gosh, if we could get to here, man. If this thing drops on earnings, you got to start buying. We got to start picking up some of these stocks, or for my members, that is. Yeah, we're going to start looking at these and start looking at some longs going into the Santa Claus rally if we get one this year, guys. So, all right, that's going to be it, though, for this video. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe down here in the right-hand bottom corner, guys, for my YouTube channel. I've been doing a lot of live stuff lately. It's been fun. We've been catching trades, covering trades, talking about stocks, talking about, you know, what's going on in the markets, next move up, next move down, all that good stuff, and just doing some technical analysis on all these names. All right, guys, thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.